chop, baby. Oh, he from the north, he from the Canada. Bankroll so low, I popped off. Then your girl gave me just a little bit of la chop, baby. So cold, he from the north, he from the Canada.
This is the path to the Celestial Realm? What is all this?
It's like the strange images we saw when fighting the balls.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Vega's memories must be influencing the very landscape around us. Like this memory. Of our first meeting.
Ooh, let's hear it. Details, out with them.
You truly wish to know. I typically keep the details of my private affairs private, but we are all friends now, so lend me your ears.
You got him. Spill.
We met at a ski resort. I boarded a chairlift only to find a charming young lady in the next seat. As we were climbing up the mountain, the girl beside me looked afraid, so I reached out to pluck a winter bloom from a nearby tree.
Wow, look who's Mr. Smooth. Though some might say giving a flower.
Forward or no, it was for naught. She went off then.
And now this false god has stolen and twisted that
We have to free her. We'll release Vega from the... You bet we will. So, what does everyone plan to do after the battle ends?
Good question. I'll probably go back and help Father Ananias with the peace agreement. I guess we'll still be working together.
I certainly do hope so. What about you, sir?
I'll probably just head back to Norende and, you know...
I sure hope so. Last time you said that, you went and collapsed. Scared us half to death.
Sorry about that.
And, Magnolia? Are you still planning to go?
Yes, it is my home after all. I have to help my people get their lives back together.
Yes. Of course.
What about you?
Well, first I've got to work on reforming the Crystal Guard. And, well, the rest is, private.
Alright, back to business, everyone. There's no time for chit-chat.
is...
Should we ask? I feel kind of bad poking around.
My, you are So tell me, do you believe in fate? Vega and I were reunited the following spring. I had achieved some success as a researcher. My superiors, feeling threatened, had me transferred. It was envy, plain and simple. Not yet having the wisdom of years, I sulked in a desperate attempt to get back at those I felt had wronged me. I dashed out into the rain with no cover whatsoever. I risked more than simply catching cold. In those times, as I trudged along in sodden despair, a woman came dashing after me, umbrella in hand.
Oh, that was Vega!
Yes, she was a colleague at the remote research facility to which I had been transferred.
Alavash, how could one not believe in fate?
What a remarkable coincidence, I thought. In the small space we shared beneath that umbrella, we finally introduced ourselves. But wait, how curious. If the memory of that ski lift became a ball, that means... Vega, my dearest.
I guess it really was fate, huh?
Vega and I got along well, though purely as colleagues at first.
And then?
Summer is the perfect season for risks and adventures, you know. In either event, that summer I took two great risks I'd never before dared to. The first was to ask her to accompany me to a festival.
Quel courage! That's the spirit.
The second was when I confessed my feelings to...
Wow, way to go. But how did...
Sometimes a man must do what he must. And every moment of that night, from the fireworks to our hapless attempts to scoop goldfish, have been indelibly etched into my memory.
That this memory has become a ball must mean it was of deep meaning to Vega as well. Goldfish scooping? That sounds strangely familiar.
Yeah, didn't someone we know do that?
This memory seems different from the others.
And with good reason. It wasn't all love and romance, after all. Vega and I may have grown closer, but we were still colleagues, working in the same lab on the same research team.
That sounds complicated.
You'll recall that my being sent there was a demotion. We were given neither the funds nor tools to carry out meaningful work. But dreams are the ultimate motivator, and so Vega and I poured ourselves into our research. She believed in my hypothesis, and did whatever she could to contribute to my vision. She snuck into the archives to retrieve data I could not, and contributed creative ideas and solutions whenever I hit a dead end. In the end, my experiments succeeded, and my hypothesis became an accepted theory. That was when I first felt it. I knew that I could overcome any difficulty if only she were by my side. That I wanted to share a lifetime. If attraction is gazing into one another's eyes, then true love is setting those eyes on the same shared goal. Or so my theory goes.
Right! Same goal! Got that, you?
You understand, don't you?
What are you looking at me for? Do you understand what he means, Magnolia?
Yes, no, I do.
Oh, this is giving me a headache.
Oh, look what we have. Once again, I have good news and bad. Which would you like to hear first?
The bad news, and make it quick.
You're quite the anxious type, aren't you, idiot? We'll have none of that. I shall start with the good news.
Why'd you even bother?
It was a very special night. A holy night, one might say. I reserved a most lavish dinner for the occasion. It was that night that I finally did it. I proposed to her.
Naturellement! She must have been so happy! How did you act?
There was no dithering about. I just came out and said the words, "Will..." She cried. Cried in joy, of course. It was the
But that's wonderful. So wait, what's the bad news?
Though we were now engaged to be married, I could not afford to buy a wedding ring. I was receiving fair wages for my work, but I poured the lion's share right back into my research. She told me not to worry, that my love was enough, but still, Shortly after, we held a small ceremony and became husband and wife. I eventually saved up for a ring, which I gave to her the day before I left for Luxembourg. I didn't appreciate it at the time because of those worries, but in light of all that came afterward, it was a happy time for us.
After that, you and Vega were forced apart.
Quite so. In the end, but do not cry for me. My life was far from a sad one. After all, I lived my life to the fullest, working toward the goals I had set for myself. You must all live your own lives as well. Have courage. Be brave enough to default on the expectation.
To find the courage to defy the world and live our own lives. Listen, everyone, Altair says he is, but I'd rather live in a world where his efforts are rewarded. Altair doesn't deserve to have his true love stolen from him by some dark god's meddling.
That's right. Let's free Vega from the grip of the false god Providence.
Of course! I don't want to see another person forced to live without the one they love. Recommencer avec bravoure. A second chance, if we're only brave enough to... As long as we don't give up, there's always a chance to do things so... Altair, don't give up on Vega yet! Altair, you...
Vega? Is that you?
It's me. I've waited to see you. I waited. And I waited. I waited.
Forgive me.
Where were you? All those years. Didn't you know what I was going through?
I know, Vega.
Why, Altair? Why did you leave me?
What do you mean?
The day you left, they lied to me. The place where I was supposed to meet you, it was a trap. They killed me.
What?
Why didn't you protect me? Why didn't you keep me safe?
I am Providence, the one you would call a false god.
Tiz, you're all right! Stay strong!
Providence! What's this about Vega being killed?
Would it be such a shock? Let us just say it might as well be the truth. Yes, I assure you, that woman would have preferred a quick and merciful death to what she was left with. Leaving her in that dying world to live out the rest of her life in pain and anguish. How her despair tickled my palate like the finest of delicacies. I've never tasted anything so exquisite.
You monster!
Your anger is appetizing, mortal. But it is not quite my supper time. Yes, it is true that this woman was crushed under a weight of infinite hopelessness. And yet, even that despair did not purge the last vestiges of that man from her heart. This confounding love for the man who had forsaken her. Her sickly sweet memories. That revolting hope that they might meet again. I wonder how I might wipe away those last loathsome remnants that questioned in my mind for a few centuries. At last, it came to me. The images I saw within the tatters of her fading soul. Images of a strange, verdant world. I would raise that world, that Luxembourg, to the ground. And I would use her own twisted memories to do it. Her every desire to see her true love would be transformed into a weapon to destroy his new world. How absurd it would be! How pointlessly and deliciously tragic! Her guilt fueled even greater despair, and giving me strength. Under the gloom of hopelessness, her memories of the past twinkled brighter in the darkness, and the ball that waged war against her lover's wound grew all the stronger. My servant Annie sent the monsters forth as I waited and waited and waited. Here, in the celestial realm, I fed on Vega's suffering as the Baal did their work. Finally you have come, forging the path between worlds that I have sought for so long. The day of my descent is nigh. I shall drown your pitiful world in despair and swallow it whole!
Not if we have anything to say about it!
You deny a god, mortal? Before me, you are little more than insects adrift in the winds of time.
We deny you because we are mortal. Our feelings, our lives may mean nothing to a god like you. But for us, our emotions, the memories we create with others, good or bad, this is all we have. I deny your right to claim them for your own!
You said it, you! Look! I don't care if you call yourself a god, or an immortal, or whatever! I'm done letting you use the hearts of our friends as your personal plaything! We're gonna send you flying to the edge of time and space!
Altair has been with me all this time. His pain, his hurt, I felt as my own. He might be goofy on the surface, like a cantaloupe, but inside is a sweet and sensitive soul. He suffered long enough, Providence. It ends today!
I've learned so many things on this journey, but the most important lesson of all is this. Nothing is ever hopeless. It's never too late. You're never too weak to fight for what you truly believe in. I believe in a world ruled by hope, not despair. And thanks to my friends, I have the courage to fight for it.
Do you now? Ah, humans, you are creatures of such light. The light, it hurts my eyes. And now, I shall snuff it out once and for all. You are stubborn for insects.
Give me a break!
This woman's sorrow and despair. It knows no bounds. The more concerned, the more gushes back to me. Her tears, her terror give me strength. But none can stand against me.
Quel horreur!
Vega! Forgive me! Vega!
Altair,
What?
It's me, Vega! It's your Altair!
that voice. It really is you. I've waited for you for so long.
Enough, Vega! Listen to me! I finished the compass, everything that we dreamed of! At last, our dreams will become reality. We can make them all happen now!
Our dreams.
The soul that expresses.
Vega's fighting against the false god's control! Now, this is our chance!
Insolent humans. Do you think I need that woman to destroy you? Suffer. I will relish the sweet.
Vega! We are reunited at last, and we shall never part again.
Never again. Oh, Altair, how I've missed you so.
It's time, Altair. Go on and find happiness together.
We will, Tiz. My young friends, thank you.
Quelle joyeuse journée! Reunited at last, after the heavens only know how long!
And now, some parting advice from me to you. Keep your hearts like chamomile.
Chamomile?
Oh, silly Altair, trying to pass along those green proverbs to these kids. Chamomile is said to grow best and strongest when trodden on, you see. That's why it represents energy and adversity in the language of flowers.
So it does. And now you know my last little secret. I always hated eating vegetables. So Vega came up with these green proverbs to help me see their worth. So take them to heart and eat your vegetables.
You're one to talk.
In fact, I ate more than my share of vegetables since coming to Luxembourg, to remind myself of you.
Altair,
Your feelings are strong and true. Do not let them go unspoken.
We'll miss you.
And I will watch from the far side of the universe as you rebuild your homeworld, Magnolia.
Good luck, Altair.
And to you, Idia. Run straight to him, the man who has been waiting for you all this time.
may the two of you find true happiness.
And you as well, Tiz. And with that, my friends, like the leaves of an artichoke, I fear we must part. Paths meet and diverge, but life carries on. Go in friendship, and bonne chance.